Channel 6 was out at Rolling Loud this past weekend, and amazing performances right here in Los Angeles, and one of which has to be mentioned, of course, is Playboy Cardi. I had done his first mixtape in abundance. I'm getting credit for it, but I did do it. I mean, so that was a fucking amazing performance. Can I swear on this? Yeah. Just saying. Channel 6, everybody. And then, of course, we had the good, and of course, that has to be the bad, too. This was Ice Spice was out there as well.
Okay, rolling loud like the editing.
You hear the guy? You can stop it. This is ridiculous. She looks like a tranny or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what her appeal is.
Yeah, the album's out. The album is out.
That is amazing. Wow, that's an incredible video. So you must have a lot of fans from your comedy. Are you still going on tour? You know, what does your life look like? What's your day-to-day?
My day-to-day is I live here in Newport Beach with I have a rabbit. I don't have a dog, but I have a rabbit, Bun. And I'm getting ready to do some shows. I still, with the DJing, I put out, if you go to my YouTube channel, I put out a mixtape every day. I work with the hottest hip hop artists. And I'm going to be doing the stand-up tour in fall and early part of winter. So we're going to get back out there. I got the Comedy Store coming up. We got the Roxy. We're going to do a show. I always did like shows at rock venues and stuff because, as you can tell, the comedy's a little bit, off color. You know what I mean?
But what's your main thing? Is your main thing DJing? Like, where do you get your income from? 4
million just on YouTube alone streams. So I've been eating off that for the last 6 months.
So but, you can make money from the YouTube views, the 4 million YouTube views.
Well, I mean, it's not just YouTube; it's Spotify and iTunes and stuff like that. We put out a song right before the pandemic, and the thing became like charted. It was like a huge success, and so that kind of stuff helps things. And then I just know
Newport Beach is like very expensive. That's why.
I live right. Balboa is like right here. I've been here for a couple years. After she moved out here to Los Angeles, she had been dropped by Def Jam. And she kind of went back and retooled some things, but came back out here. That got signed and kind of got put in a different direction, and was kind of working out different angles of her act and how she was going to approach it the next time. And that's how I came across with her on my radio show. And it's interesting when a band or an artist is signed and it's kind of sits in limbo and they wait for some kind of opportunity to arise. And at that point in time, she was getting a lot of MTV, like a lot of times bands will get placement. They'll take a piece of the song and they'll put it on the hills or something like that. Maybe they'll get product placement, whatever. So she's sitting in limbo and she's an artist. So we would have her call the show. Now I'm doing a rock and roll, I'm on a modern rock channel. So I have to justify why I have this person on. But you know what? When I saw her do an industry showcase here in the beginning of 2008, I could tell right then and there. Now, once again, I'm not the biggest fan of top 40 music, but I can recognize if there's something going on there. There was costume changes. There was, even with a very kind of stripped down, bare bones stage set, there was just something going on there. And the way she interacted with the crowd, the way her intro was, she has a presence about her. There's like an aura around there that I haven't seen in a performer in a lot of years.
Bill Hicks' popularity, unfortunately, came before he passed away. And it all came to a head through Lollapalooza. And it was one of the last shows that they had done. He was to open up for Tool. And what he did was something Maynard would do later on in shows, is that he got up on stage and one of the bits was, "I lost my contact lens. Can you help me find it?" Funny to watch all these idiots try to find a contact lens in a fucking auditorium or 60,000 people. So Maynard actually did that later on. So you could tell he was influenced by what Bill Hicks was doing. Probably wanted to do stand-up, but I know for a fact he did because I saw him do open mics. But obviously by that time, I mean, what would you rather be, even though he didn't like rock stars, a stand-up comic where you're struggling at open mics or going in front of him playing 60,000 people? I think he picked the latter on that one.
Totally. Man, well, I'm glad to have you here. You're always funny. You're always saying crazy shit up there. I think the audience is never ready for it.
They're never ready.
What did you just say?
They're never ready. But they love it, though. Secretly, they love it. They know that they have a little crystal nut you know, maybe not addiction, but, you know, they might indulge a little bit. And that's what I'm here to do, just to have fun and celebrate, indulge, enjoy life. That's what we do.
Well, I can't condone crystal meth, but to each his own, I suppose.
Hey, it kills the common cold. You're finding that out, you know what I'm saying?
And we have not found a cure for that yet, so obviously we're explaining.
That's true.
I don't, Vinny Green does not condone this. Anyhow, what's been going on lately, man? I mean, we had you here a few months back.
Just my life is just an upheaval of just gargantuan amounts of BS constantly. I have a stripper that I have housing right now in Norwalk, taking care of her, trying to take care of the kids, you know what I'm saying? I have my family's on my ass, I have legal problems, but you know what? I still keep the art going. I got movies and stuff I'm putting out, I got CDs. So I always am battling.
You got a lot going on.
You know, I told you, I sold my
all
soul.
these different ones.
I sold my soul to the Illuminati years ago, and these guys are still coming at me, not making me successful because I didn't adhere to what they wanted me to do. You know,
dude, yeah, you don't like. Look at this. He's got material, and it's all hilarious. It's all hilarious. So to make it
Smartest thing now in hindsight, because, you know, thank God they did that. I mean, what happens if it was one of those things where it blew away like a dry fart? You know, they put out this overblown, like they went in and, you know, did like a Be Here Now or something and took like, you know, 2 years and brought in all these like producers and children's choirs and all that kind of stuff, and then you ended up with this overblown mess. So I think going back to that original, and that's that punk rock spirit and that rebel spirit, going back into it and saying, we'll just do it. We don't care about this big thing that's hanging over our heads that we got to follow up a diamond album. We're going to go do it our way because this is the way we feel. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of inner turmoil that we'll never know that went on between that time.
Man, that's a rock star. We don't see rock stars like that anymore. You see guys now that are ashamed to be rock stars almost. You don't see that kind of intensity. So yeah, it sucks that people had to be hurt or there has to be, you know, litigations and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? The danger. That's what made Guns N' Roses so fucking brilliant, was the fact that they did incite a riot. They did. Axl Rose was the epitome of a rock star. I mean, that was like the last time you get to see that.
We did the stuff that guys like The Who and all those bands did. We